Alrighty, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a free-to-play character tier list. Now, with free-to-play units, you guys have to understand that they are not going to be like be-all, end-all for teams and stuff like that. They are usually going to be serving as a sort of like beginner setup or just kind of filler on character or on teams that you might be missing essential characters for. So please keep that in mind. This is not going to be coming from a lens of like, are they insane in Festival of Battles? Are they going to be soloing Red Zone Jiren? That is not what I'm after today. So keep in mind, if we were to do that, it would literally be like 3 or 4 usable characters in the game, and then everybody else would be horrible and it wouldn't even be worth talking about. So what I went ahead and did is rank them into various tiers. We have the Kami tier, just sort of the meme. He would be in the one above this. We have collector units, you know, characters that you want just for the sake of having them rainbowed. I know collection is very important to a lot of players, so that is why I have this tier. And then the one above that is going to be the D tier, the C tier, the B tier, the A tier, the S tier, and the Z tier. I try and keep the size smaller as we go up the tiers, so just keep that in mind. You know, Z is going to be the smallest, but let's go ahead and get started with this list. Now, the first tier I have is the collector's item tier. Now, again, there are a lot of free-to-play characters, and it's tough to specifically remember each one and their exact role. And if I did end up getting one wrong, let me know in the comment section below. But I did sort of look through it, make sure that I had everything right. But here is where we have our collector's item tier. Now, I don't want to spoil the next one too much, but if we go up, you guys can see it's most of the list, right? Just characters that you're not really going to be using. I think a few standouts could be like Yardrat Goku. He at times can look pretty good. We have these it's tough, right? It's like a lot of these characters, it's like potentially maybe they get super easy A's in the future, like these the jacket Goku and Vegeta from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, this Gogeta right here, the GT Spirit Bomb Goku, just like marquee characters that could sort of, I could see getting some potential buffs, but really just like a lot of these characters, like this UI Goku on release was really good, this Krillin at 18 were pretty good, Tien and Roshi were very good on release, but again, they are sort of just old at this point, so that is why they are down here. So not too much to talk about with the collector's item tier, just never really going to be using these characters. Maybe this guy in an attack that you can attack lower, so like maybe I could put him up in D, but not really too much to talk about here. Let's go ahead and move on to the D tier. Now the D tier, a lot of different things. Let's kind of mess with, I always like mess this up when I'm doing my tier list, but the D tier, right? You guys can see sort of what the C tier is looking like, but with the D tier, we can kind of slow it down and talk about it a little bit more. This slot was mainly reserved for free-to-play LRs who are no longer as good as they used to be. That was kind of the objective that I was going with here. I don't know what happened to the Mighty Mask render here. This is J Fanta's free-to-play tier list. I did have to add one character to it, but that's okay. So mostly just free-to-play LRs that are not the best, right? Hachiyak, the Saiyan Saga Tien is okay. Goku and Vegeta Jr., just okay. Mercenary Tao, he's just all right. Free-to-play Trunks here from Super Battle Road. This Goku, a lot of these Super Battle Road reward drops, just not the best characters in the world. This free-to-play Goku Black was always terrible, but again, just being an LR on that premise, I wanted to move him up a little bit. With Babidi and Deborah, they're okay, I guess, right? If you want to move them up to like here, I guess you could do that and that'd be fine. King Cold and Frieza, same kind of idea. This first form Cell, I guess with his Easy A, you could toss him up now that I'm kind of looking at it. B-Pan, it'll be interesting to see if she does get a super easy A, just because of the event that's tied to her. You know, potentially we could see some additional buffs for her, something like that. She does have some pretty crazy support on her active skill. So if they do get an easy A, I think that that could end up being like a pretty useful character because, you know, at one point, it wasn't too long ago, maybe for a lot of you playing, but if you've been around for a few years in Dokkan, you know, at one point, free-to-play B-Pan was like, you would just toss her on any team that you could apply her to, and just having that active skill for support was very good for showcases, very good for getting through events quickly and stuff like that. Prime Battle Super Vegeta or Super Saiyan Vegeta was just never that guy really. Goku and Arale, just old, right? Super Battle Road Goku, same idea, just old. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, they're decent. You could move them up to C if you wanted to. Roshi, he has the nice utility with the revive. He has an ability to seal. He has an ability to stun. He is a very good free-to-play character, but just old at this point. I think there are better options. 1000 Day Goku / 2000 Day Goku, again, just okay. Definitely on the premise of like how hard it is to get him. Nowhere near good enough, right? Like not many players are going to get to 2,000 days playing this game. So maybe a lot of you guys watching because you're veterans, but if you were to get into the game today and I told you, yeah, you'll get this Goku in an easy A at 2,000 days, you're probably going to tell me, yeah, I'm not getting there. So First form Frieza, again, another Super Easy A candidate. The Super Easy A Super Saiyan Goku is very good. We'll be talking about him later. Then just sort of some other characters, right? With, Junior right here. We've got Super Saiyan. We got Hercule, Candy Vegito. Candy Vegito has limited usage. This World Tournament Cell, World Tournament Goku Black, World Tournament Goku right here, World Tournament 17, Goku and Chi-Chi. Okay, that's the D tier. Let's move on. Now, we have the C tier. This one is a little bit larger, so I think, yeah, it's larger by a little bit, right? So I think that there are more average free-to-play characters than there are like just old ones, right? And that's sort of where this tier right here we have tossed in. So Aniraza, he is okay. Unfortunately, I don't believe it's possible to rainbow this character yet. I'm actually on JP right now, and he cost 520,000, and I'm only able to exchange for one of them right now. I don't believe we are up to the 5th exchange on this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's like, I think at most we could have 2 or 3 copies of him. So it's kind of tough to look at this guy unless you used illegitimate means on like the private server or something. It's tough to get like a full grasp on how this guy is at the rainbow level, but all in all, he's not that impressive. I just think him being a more modern LR, he's just going to have a few more bells and whistles than a lot of these older characters. 16. This is the Super Strike 16, I believe. He has a very nice ability where he has guard, or a condition for guard, just nice defensively, works on Android teams and stuff like that. I think you can get some pretty valuable usage out of this character, especially considering he's free. Goten, Trunks, and Gohan, sort of the same thing, a more modern quote-unquote LR release. You know, they came out during the 7th anniversary, so they are pretty good, all things considered. And just compared to the rest of the list, I think they're like a little bit better than, say, like this guy right here, but not as good as somebody like Jackie Chun. Right, so that is sort of where he just kind of meets in the middle. Prime Battle Gohan, I think, is actually really good because he works well on the Version Z Goku team. The Version Z Goku does fulfill Gohan's extra condition where if there's a Goku with exploding rage, it's going to buff him, and that is very helpful. We have the Shadow Dragons. They work well with the LR Omega Shenron if you have him. GT Bosses isn't really much of a team, but it is one that I circle back to because I think it's fun, but I don't think it's like meta relevant or anything like that, right? Tien and Chaozu, I think they're actually pretty impressive on teams that you want to run them on. You think about like the Earthlings team or something like that. I think that there is some limited usage that you can do out of that. I would have to see how they look on the Kid Goku team with, Earthbred fighters and stuff like that. I think that there could actually be some fun utility that you can get out of this character. Again, if you want to put them in the D tier, I think that would be fine, but not too much to talk about with them. We're going to speed through a little bit more of these like when we get to the teams and stuff, but I just want to individually focus on a couple characters, right? Gohan, nice little support for like Power Beyond Super Saiyan or something like that. The issue with some of these World Tournament drop characters is that a lot of you guys, I'm sure watching, just don't have them yet. And that's where things do get a little bit tricky. Unfortunately, if I were to tell you where to get all of these characters, this video would be 4 hours long. If you want that, we can do it. But again, I'm not going to do that unless you guys are coming out in droves to say like, yeah, we want that. So this guy, World Tournament drop. This Bulma is actually a pretty good risk reward unit. You can put her slot 1 on like a Dragon Ball Saga team, and she can work, but she's not going to be like, if she gets hit, you're in trouble. So just keep that in mind. Next up, I'm just going to kind of cover these at the same time. We can like just move these down here. The free-to-play teams for the Ginyu Force and Team Bardock. These are beginner teams next to the Version Z team. Really good characters, all things considered. You run them next to like the AGL Ginyu as a friend support. You put them on the Tech Ginyu leader skill and stuff like that. They actually do end up working pretty well. So a lot of high synergy between these characters. Their kits are just a bit old at this point, but I figured it was at least worth mentioning. They're a little bit above average. LRP Loff and Company, pretty fun character. I think they're more fun than they are good. The way that you have to think about the typings of orbs that you're grabbing, I think that just adds an interesting element to the gameplay that we're not used to seeing, and that's why I have them up here. I think they're actually pretty good. When I used them, I was like, okay, I can see some usage here. Now, again, like I said, we go into Festival of Battles, we go into Red Zone, we go into Battle Hard and Formidable Foes. Basically everybody's here is getting lit up, right? Like we all understand that. Is that all? We all got that. So if you're using this character as like a beginner or something, where the hell they were a World Tournament drop as well, I believe. So not a lot of players, I'm sure, are going to have them, but if you do, congratulations, they're actually pretty fun. This Gohan, Jackie Chun, stuff like that, or full power Jackie Chun, not much to talk about here. World Tournament Easy Ace can be pretty good, but not the best. Cell and Frieza, same thing, kind of wonky character. Metal Cooler's Easy A can be just okay. I think this Prime Battle Trunks can look okay. They're a decent leader. This guy is really good against Goku family characters because he has guard. This Yamcha can look very impressive when you have a a Bulma around, right? Running them on the Dragon Ball Saga team can be pretty fun. This Babidi is unfortunately not the best. They were the 8th anniversary free-to-play LR, and they have the standby Majin Vegeta aspect, but just they are not that tanky in the standby, and that's a big problem. But if we're talking about like just compared to other free-to-play units, I think they're pretty good. This Trunks right here has a domain, decent, not really much else to go on here. Looking at Dr. Wheelo, it sucks that this is like, you get a Dr. Wheelo, and this is like a movie. This is a movie boss, right? Like this is a quote unquote marquee villain, right? You think about like the main antagonist of a movie, like that is a memorable character, right? Just because, you know, I would say like of the Dragon Ball movies, like if I were to tell you like name 10 movie forms, movie characters, Dr. Wheelo would not be on that list, unfortunately. But again, I think they do deserve a little bit more than a Prime Battle LR that wasn't the best. This Trunks can be pretty good as well. This Gogeta is more of just fun than anything else. Cell and Frieza, yeah, I knew they were on this list twice. That was like, I could have sworn I placed them once, and I'm like, where the hell are they? I placed them already. Yeah, so Cell and Frieza, we talked about them. The new free-to-play Trunks, unfortunately, nowhere near as good as Demon King Piccolo. This guy has a taunt, but he's not very tanky in it. This Daimogoku's just okay. Frieza and Cooler, just okay. Babidi and Dabura, just okay. And then Prime Battle Cell with his Easy A is okay. Now, we're moving on to the B tier. You guys can see the tiers are starting to get significantly smaller, right? We go from C, which is almost 4 rows, to B, which is 2. This Gohan works pretty well on the Movie Heroes team, works well with Super Saiyans, just a nice fill-in character if you need him. I think he can work out pretty well, decent support. We have this Yamcha and Puar, who look very good on the Dragon Ball Saga team, especially right now with that Kid Goku running around. If you have this guy with 1 or 2 dupes, you can potentially see them look extremely impressive. This Piccolo has a tanking ability with a Gohan around, but otherwise he can be a little bit of a fish. This Krillin right here, naming a lot of characters here. Nice little character here, has a AoE, can be very good in the World Tournament if you need them, so little bonus points there for an AoE character. Can't really complain too much about that. We have the physical Goku here. When I used him in specific runs, he was pretty impressive. I had to use him for a challenge run of sorts, I forget what, but I was like, okay, this guy's got a little bit of vision. This is the physical World Tournament Goku. We have the LR androids, the best of the Friend Summon LRs compared to Hercule, as well as Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. These guys, I'm sure if you've Dokkan Awakened them, you know the hell that is awaiting you. It's really bad. Like, if you guys don't know, this 17 and 18, to Dokkan Awaken them, you need to do 5 sets of 77 Dokkan events, right? So, or 77 Dokkan Awakening medals. So what's the math on that? So 7 times 5 or 50 times. Why can't I math all of a sudden? So yeah, so 70 times 5 is 350, and then we have the additional, what is that, 35? So it's like 385, I think, is the math on that. So 385 Dokkan Awakening medals right there, just to do some mid free-to-play LR. Not the best. This Battlefield Ginyu, very nice on the Ginyu Force team, the leader of the Team Bardock team here. Team Bardock can look very impressive if you're running the full Bardock setup, Team Bardock setup, excuse me. Same thing with this Ginyu here, provides nice support. You run him on the free-to-play Ginyu Force team, you're going to have a fun time, very easy to get. This Vegito Blue is a nice stacker. You're going to be able to find utility with him in different ways. He has a nice superclass leader skill effect, can work out pretty well. I've actually been pretty impressed with this high school. This is the Great Saiyaman version of Gohan. Him being the typing that he has and just what he's doing. I guess this is like the one time where, like, it's tough, right? Because there's just a better STR Gohan we're going to be talking about here in a second. But when I use this guy, no, I think I'd put him in C now that I think about it. He's just okay. Mighty Mask, this physical Mighty Mask ECA, this was sort of the same thing with the physical Goku. I was pretty impressed with what I saw when I used him, so that is why he's up here. Jackie Chun can look very nice, has some decent support, but if you aren't running him on the proper setup and you don't get the proper damage reduction procs, you're not going to be in a good spot. I couldn't tell you this guy's name if I tried. I think it's Buyon, B-U-Y-O-N. He has some nice like damage reduction and stuff like that, but I haven't been like, oh yeah, let me throw Buyon on this setup and see how it goes. I would have to look at his teams and kind of do like a revisit on him and see really where he's at, but overall pretty good character just on paper compared to the rest of the list. This Super Saiyan Goku here, you guys see him in thumbnails all the time. I believe his SSR is my 0 to Hero thumbnail. That's my most viewed video ever. Shorts excluded. So that is pretty cool. But overall, I really like what he brings to the table. Very nice free-to-play character. And Paragus is as high as he is because he has utility in his usage, right? The what is it, like the Tremble and Fear, the Demon Awakens event. He has the ability to lower the attack of Broly, and that is basically his role, right? Like debuff Broly, make him hit a little less hard, and you are good to go. And that is sort of his role, so that's why I have him up here. He excels in what he's trying to do. Next up, I have the A tier. So again, getting a little bit smaller with these. I got to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You guys can see the S, I guess. Sure. The A and the S tier. So when it comes to the A tier, we have the old Demon King Piccolo Easy A, just not as good as his new counterpart and can look very impressive. Honestly, you could probably just throw him in S and that'd be fine. I'm cool with that. But the new characters here that we have. High School Gohan, very nice free-to-play character. Again, a world tournament drop. This was one of the like collector's gems that players had back in the day. Where if you had him in like 2020 or 2021 and you threw him on a team, it would always be like in the build comments, it would be like, is there a replacement for High School Gohan, right? That would always be a thing because just not a lot of players had him. Nice damage reduction and stuff like that. Isn't what he used to be, but still a very like good character. The same thing is going to be said for this new Gotenks. I'm sorry if I messed the render up. There's another Gotenks down there, but I believe this is the tech one. Looking at the arts, I think this is the right one, but the tech World Tournament Gotenks EZA is a very nice stacker, and that means if you're a nice stacker, you might have utility within the Festival of Battles event, so you do get bonus points for that. Next up, we have the Majin Buu and Babidi character. I think with Majin Buu and Babidi, it's actually like they're really good because they're a free-to-play Buu Saga lead, and Buu Saga has just like such a wide variety of characters, right? You're ranging from the Kid Buus of the world to the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus to the Vegetos to the Gotenks to the Ultimate Gohans, right? To the Videls to the Majin Vegetas, right? The Mr. Satans, the Fat Buus, the Super Buus. I can go on and on and on and on and on. So the Majin Buu Saga team, very valuable lead here. You have a decent percentage, and if you need to do like a free-to-play event, like a support memory boost stage, and you can run like this Buu Saga team, I think you should do so. Next up, we have Trunks and Broly. We've talked about them in the past. Very nice offense, very nice defense. Work pretty well with how easy they are to get. You just do incredible gems and stuff like that. You farm them up, and you are good to go. Next up, we have Beerus. Beerus, fun character, right? Has like the sort of standby mechanic, if you will, where he's not attacking, but defensively he holds it down. Then he has a taunt. So a very valuable free-to-play character. Next up, we have the Bulma, Krillin, and Goku, or the LR1 piece, if some have dubbed them. They're a pretty good character, right? They work well on the Dragon Ball Saga team. Right now, we are looking down a lot of Dragon Ball Saga, Dragon Ball Seekers, youth events and stuff like that, and these characters are going to be fitting on there just fine. So that is why they're up here. They're an extremely good Dragon Ball Saga free-to-play unit, so that is nice. Next up, we have the whole Saiyan Saga beginner team. These characters, just the ones above them in the tier, just stand out a bit more, but these guys are incredible as a beginner free-to-play team. So all 5 of these guys easily in A. Next up, we have S. This is just one row, so I'm not going to spoil Z for you, but we have Bio Broly, free-to-play Bio Broly. You run him on the Uncontrollable Power team, and he is insane. Demon King Piccolo, you've got him near the other Demon King Piccolo. You run him on the Dragon Ball Saga team. He can look pretty damn impressive. You get his orbs. He's got his orb changing going. Very good. Version Z Goku leads the best beginner team in the game, and that is going to be very helpful for you. You guys know how that one goes, right? You farm him up, super easy to get, and he's very impressive. Next up, I think really I should drag this guy down to A, but the other Bio Broly, big fan of him. Just kind of works pretty well on the Uncontrollable Power team. Nice free option. Not really too much to complain about. Next up, we have Super Easy A Prime Battle Goku. Nice support, decent offense, decent defense. All things work out pretty well. Next up, we have Mr. Buu. Mr. Buu, orb changing, healing, damage reduction. You get the idea. Next up, we have Hit. Decent offense, the ability to counter, stuff like that. Very nice free-to-play character here because not only is he bobbing and weaving, he's also dealing damage back when he does so. Last up for the S tier, we have Grandpa Gohan. Very nice World Tournament reward. This is actually the local reward for a lot of players. So if you played this most recent World Tournament, congratulations. You now probably have a copy of him if you placed in your top 100 locally. Now, the Z tier. It's 2 characters, LR Bardock, LR Demon King Piccolo. LR Bardock, you guys know, he is very, very good. Has the ability to stack, very impressive active skill, all of that fun stuff. Don't need to talk about him too much. I'm sure you guys have heard plenty about him in the last week or so. An extremely impressive free-to-play character. So that is why I have him up here, and it's going to be the same thing with Demon King Piccolo. His slot 3 utility, his ability to dodge, his crit support, his standby, just all really good. So there you have it, the updated March 2025 free-to-play tier list. We're going to zoom way out here so you guys can we'll go a couple more in. So you guys get the general picture of things. This is how I have them ranked right now. Let me know down below which ones I got wrong, which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with, any characters that you're going to go farm because of this video. All that fun stuff. Do you have all these characters done? And all of that great things in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching. If you did make it up to this point, don't forget to leave an orange heart so I know you made it here. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one.